Hi, my name is Dr. Ryan Masaja. I'm a professor of social science at Wor-Wic Community College. And in this video, what I hope to be able to do is to talk to you a little bit about the state of Maryland's alcohol and drug trainee credential. Explain a little bit about kind of what it is, where it fits into the larger kind of structure of substance use disorder treatment professional licensure, and then also talk about how my institution, Wor-Wic Community College, can help you to achieve that credential. So the first thing to emphasize, and I've used that word a couple times now already, credential, the state of Maryland is very quick to say that the alcohol and drug trainee status is a credential. It's not a certificate. It's not a license. It's a temporary entry-level credential. It lasts for 2 years. So you get it, and then it's good for 2 years, and you can renew it 2 more times for 2-year terms. So in total, you can have this credential for up to 6 years, but after 6 years, you cannot renew it again. And the reason why the state of Maryland has it structured that way is because this is designed as an entry-level way for people to start working in the substance use disorder treatment profession while they're working towards a higher level of actual license. So, for example, the CSC-AD license that we'll mention in a moment. So it's an entry-level way to create a pathway into becoming a fully licensed substance use counselor. If we look at the hierarchy within the state of Maryland, the ADT credential is kind of its bottom of the barrel. It's kind of like a paraprofessional credential. And if you're applying for the ADT, the expectation is that you're working towards a higher level of credential. So the next level of credentialing in the substance use disorder treatment field in the state of Maryland would be the Certified Supervised Counselor Alcohol and Drug, also called the CSC-AD. Now, there are some higher level licenses in the state of Maryland. There's next the Certified Associate Counselor Alcohol and Drug, the CAC-AD. All of these licenses that we're looking at here are undergraduate level. So the CSC-AD, CAC-AD are for people that have an associate or a bachelor's degree. But in the state of Maryland, they do have licensure for people that have graduate degrees. So there's the licensed graduate alcohol and drug counselor, the LGADC, and then the highest level of credentialing in substance use disorder treatment work in the state of Maryland is the licensed clinical alcohol and drug counselor. We're in this video just going to focus on that bottom one, the alcohol and drug trainee, but I'm showing you this to kind of give you a feel for how the hierarchy is kind of structured within the state. So let's talk a little bit about this alcohol and drug trainee credential. In many ways, the ADT does the exact same work that a CSC-AD does. It's just that an ADT requires more intensive kind of supervision because they're not a fully licensed counselor. So the job duties can vary from agency to agency, but generally speaking, some things that ADTs can do in the treatment field are to lead treatment groups. It's a very common thing that we see individuals with that credential do, completing intake assessments, conducting individual sessions with clients, providing case management services, completing treatment plans, and also completing discharge summaries, right? ADTs can find work in both the inpatient and outpatient settings. And now, because there is a shortage of substance use disorder treatment professionals in the state of Maryland, there's a great demand for ADTs. If we look at kind of the ways that you can acquire your ADT credential, there's really 2 options. If you already have an associate degree or a bachelor's degree or even maybe a master's degree in a health and human service related field, you are able possibly to do option 1. So if you have an associate degree in human services or a bachelor's degree in psychology or social work, option 1 might be a really good option for you, because with option 1, all you have to do is have that associate degree or 4-year degree, and then have a ethics class specific to drug and alcohol counseling that's at least 1 credit. So if you already have an associate degree or a bachelor's degree, just taking that one ethics course might be a really good option for you, because that's a quick entry into the field. As I'll talk about, my institution, Wor-Wic Community College, actually offers that counseling course that can help you to get that ADT license or credential, very quickly. Option 2 is a really good option for people that either don't have any college degrees, or maybe have an associate degree, but it's in business, or have a bachelor's degree, but it's in art history or something like that. In option 2, what you essentially need to do is have 15 college credits, which is usually 5 3-credit courses in very specific topics. And we'll take a look at what those topics are on the next slide. So 5 classes in specific areas, and then also have that ethics course, the same ethics course that you need for option 1. So let's talk a little bit about that second option there, what courses you need, and how Wor-Wic, my institution, can help you. Wor-Wic offers the counseling course that you need to fulfill option 1. It also offers many different courses that you can use to fulfill option 2. Wor-Wic also offers a 2-year associate degree program in chemical dependency counseling. And if you graduate from that chemical dependency counseling, we call it the CDC program, with a degree, you're then able, after graduation, to sit for the license to get that CSCAD license. So what many of our students do is they start taking their courses through us. They get the courses that they need for the ADT, and then once they graduate, they're able to sit for their CSCAD. So it kind of lines up where you can achieve one mini goal, right, while working towards the larger goal to get your associate degree. And if you don't want to get your associate degree, that's fine too, right? We still offer the courses to help you meet that goal of achieving the ADT. Wor-Wic, our classes are offered face-to-face, hybrid formats, and also purely online. You can complete our full associate degree program purely online. So it offers a great deal of flexibility, especially for people who, campus might not be accessible. That's okay, right? You can option it and engage in our courses virtually. And our learning platform that we use is Blackboard. So let's talk about that option 2 and look at the courses that are needed in order to fulfill the requirement for the ADT credential. So we have on the top half of this graph, and I'm going to send you or give you, in the video description, a link where you can download a PDF of this matrix that you're seeing on this slide. We see at the top here 7 classes, and you need 5 of these classes to meet the requirement for the ADT, the option 2 that we were just referencing. So in the left side here, we see what the category is, educational category on the ADT application. And then on the right side, we see what the course is at Wor-Wic that meets that criteria. So one of the educational requirements on the ADT application is pharmacology of psychoactive drugs. At Wor-Wic, we offer a course called CDC 151, Drug Classification and Pharmacology. This is a course that looks at all the different types of substances that are out there, what drug classification they fit into, what their intoxication effects, what their withdrawal effects are, if they have any, and kind of helps to familiarize you with all the different types of chemicals that are out there to be used and abused. Another ADT requirement is individual counseling. At Wor-Wic, we offer Psych 202, Principles of Interviewing and Counseling. This is the course that teaches you the basic micro-level skills to be able to work with clients one-on-one. Group therapy is a big part of the ADT job responsibility profile. So we have a course that's just focusing on group therapy, CDC 248. So how to run groups, lead groups, the dynamics in place that help to facilitate healthy groups. Abnormal psychology is another one of the requirements on the ADT application. We offer Psych 252, Abnormal Psychology, a course that focuses on a wide array of mental health disorders, what the DSM-5 criteria are for those disorders, the treatments that are available, and the causation, the origins of those different conditions. Addictions treatment delivery. We offer at Wor-Wic Psych 152, Case Management. This is a documentation course. It teaches you about writing treatment plans, writing assessments, writing case notes, really prepares you for the paperwork, for better or worse, that you have to do in the field. Another category is kind of broadly listed as topics in alcohol and drug dependency. And at Wor-Wic, we offer CDC 101, Introduction to Chemical Dependency Counseling. And this is a course that kind of broadly introduces the field of substance use disorder treatment and kind of delves into a lot of different topics that are explored in later classes more in depth. And then finally, Human Growth and Development, Psych 251. At Wor-Wic Community College. This is a course that focuses on the process of aging from the womb to the tomb, from the cradle to the grave, physically, emotionally, psychologically, socially. How do we grow? How do we change throughout the lifespan? Now, for the ADT requirement, you only need 5 3-credit courses, and we've got 7 listed here, right? So you don't have to take all 7 of these courses. You just have to have 5 of these courses to meet that requirement for ADT. And then in addition to those 5 classes, you have to have the ethics course. And if you're doing option 1, it would be the same ethics course. Option 2, same ethics course. It's CDC 155, Counseling Ethics. So with either option 1 or 2, this is the course that you would take at Wor-Wic to help to fulfill that option. Again, I'm going to put a link to a PDF file of this matrix so you can download it, print it out, whatever the case may be. I'm also going to put in the video information a link to the Alcohol and Drug Trainee website on the state of Maryland's website. So definitely feel free to peruse those and kind of get a feel for what that process is like. If you have any questions about the ADT process or the program that we offer at Wor-Wic Community College or anything like that, please feel free to reach out to me. My email address is listed here, as is my office phone number. I'll also put that information in the video description, so that you can reach out, and there's no such thing as a dumb question. So if you have any questions about the CDC program at Wor-Wic or about the Alcohol and Drug Trainee Credential through the state of Maryland, try to answer those questions to the best of my ability. And if I can't answer those, I'll try to put you in touch with someone who can. If you're watching this video, hopefully it's because you're interested in pursuing a career in substance use disorder treatment. And I hope that you have the passion, the courage to be able to follow that interest, because we need some really good people working out in the field right now, because our communities are hurting. And we want good people working with individuals who are in the recovery process. Thanks for watching. Take care.